How's it going, everyone? My name is Christopher. Welcome back to the F122 My Team mode. And today we're going on to the Dutch Grand Prix. Now, the last race was the Belgian Grand Prix, and I'm a little bit pissed off still at how OBS decided to fuck up in probably one of the greatest races that I think I've done. Like, seriously, I was so pissed off, man. You guys have no idea. It was such a good race, too. The last lap was amazing. Every lap was amazing. And OBS was just like, yeah, I'm just not gonna record any bit of the race, but I'm just gonna do your intro and then, like, the practice and qualifying sessions that I don't normally show anyways. And it fucked me over. So thank you, OBS. And I hope to God it works this time. But anyways, we're going to the Dutch Grand Prix today. I'm gonna be running my Halloween scheme once again. Just because I feel like it deserves some attention. Like, it deserves to actually be shown and actually be driven on the racetrack and everything like that. So, hope to God OBS doesn't mess up this time, shall we? Still pissed off at that. But, yeah, the last race was Belgium. With, we actually ended up getting the podium finish. We finished second in that race. Timed the, rain to perfection. Because I knew at some point that the rain was going to lighten up, and we were going to be able to pass the guys on the full west, which was literally everybody else, and I wasn't. So I just kind of went with the flow, essentially, and I put on the intermediates. You guys didn't see it, but I had the intermediates on. I kept them on. The guys were slow when it got lighter. I was able to get around both George Russell and Sergio Perez with a really amazing dive bomb on Perez as well. That you guys will never fucking see, and I'm still pissed about it. So yeah, I mean, it was an amazing final lap that I'm never going to get back, and I'm pissed about it. So, with that podium, it put us ahead of Valtteri Bottas and Lando Norris in the driver's standings, and now we're just behind the two Ferraris, the two Red Bulls, and the two Mercedes, which, funny enough, we're actually in touching distance of passing George Russell for P6 in the driver's standings, which I will fucking laugh if it does happen. But Charles ended up winning that day, and he's essentially 5 races ahead of Max, and going into Max's home race, he might win it again. Who knows at this point? But yeah, Max is second, Sainz third, Hamilton fourth, Perez fifth, Russell sixth, we're in 7th. Bottas 8th, Norris 9th, Ricciardo 10th. Then you got Magnussen 11th, Alonso 12th, Schumacher 13th, Gasly 14th, Ocon 15th, Stroll 16th, Tsunoda 17th, Joe 18th, Albon 19th, Vettel 20th, and then Felipe Drugovich and Latifi 21st to 22nd. Still without a point scored. A single point scored, as a matter of fact. The constructor side, Ferrari leads by almost 200 points over Red Bull. They lead by 170 over them. They have a good weekend. They're 200 points ahead, and they can more likely clinch the constructor championship, excuse me, sooner rather than later. But then you got Mercedes in 3rd, McLaren there in 4th. We're up to 5th now with that podium, so that's very nice. Haas is 6th, Alfa Romeo 7th, Alpine 8th, AlphaTauri 9th, Aston Martin 10th, and Williams in 11th. So that is what the standings look like. We ended up re-signing with Shark. At the end of this race, we're going to have to re-sign with Highland, which I'm fine doing. We're going to have 2 parts come in, the tire wear and the fuel efficiency. We have 2 other upgrades. We have a front and downforce and an engine power that we bought the last time. Again, that you guys didn't see. So we got the front wing adjuster bracket, which will come in after Italy. And I ended up getting the crankshaft as well, which should put us ahead of AlphaTauri, funny enough. We should get the reshaped combustion chamber, though. Chassis I don't have any, I have the heave dampers, those might be coming in. Yeah, so, all these upgrades should definitely put us ahead of Alpine. We were ahead of AlphaTauri, Williams, Alpine, and Aston Martin. Now we're back down below them. So that's a bit unfortunate. We're still like in a dead heat with all of them, essentially. We're kind of right there with Alpine though, so we might be alright for the time being. Yeah, so got the activities all laid out. Go have answer time. Get a simulator training for Felipe. And we got the heave dampers, the reshaped combustion chamber in, which is nice. Okay, so okay, it's not bad. Now we're like equal with Alpine. Okay. AlphaTauri's still pretty much there. So I didn't get anything there. There's the heave dampers; those came in. We can get the heat dispersing wheel rims, which we get these. We'll put us ahead of Aston Martin and Alpine. I'm gonna try to maybe shoot for that. There's a reshaped combustion chamber. We have the ECU now, which is nice. Gives a little bit more speed on the straight, essentially. We're still not that great on power. Clearly, we're last out of everybody. But we'll keep working with the rental engines, and we'll get there. So, not going to do this. I'm just going to go ahead and skip advance. So, I'm going to hop on the race weekend, do practice and qualifying, and we'll have you guys in the race. Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to escape OBS's wrath of not actually finishing the recording of the race again, just like in Belgium. So, for the second straight race in a row, I'm doing this again. But we didn't actually qualify 22nd. We qualified into we got into Q2, but took some grid penalties because I messed up. But at the start of the race, we had a pretty nice dive on both Vettel, Tsunoda, and Latifi. And this one right here, this dive, I actually liked it here. Essentially just passed 4 guys in one go. Almost made it 5, but got pinched off there by Lando. Had a good fight with Magnussen all the way down through the S's. And I was able to get him going in, put him on into the grass a little bit. But I was able to grab the position. And then I was able to set after Lando in the McLaren. And the AI, for whatever reason, come out of this corner, get really slidey, and I didn't, but I made a nice dive to the inside, and even though we made contact, because Lando didn't give me any room, unfortunately, the left front wing end plate on Lando's car fell off because of the contact, and this was a nice little move, right around the outside of Esteban Ocon. God, I love that move. That was very, very cool. Even in the recording that you guys will never see, I said that was a pretty sick move. And I got us up into 14th, and we were able to stay up. We stayed in 14th for a little bit as we were running down Zhou. Lando came into the pits due to the wing damage, and I found an opportunity to dive into the inside of Zhou when I took it, and I went to the inside, grabbed 13th, and I was on my way to catch the other guys like Stroll, Hamilton, and Perez. On lap 3, I had actually passed Stroll and Hamilton, and now at this point I was trying to get around Perez for 10th. And I basically did the same move that I did to Lando, but I did it to Perez, and I ended up grabbing the spot. And it doesn't show up, but I ended up passing Mick Schumacher and Alex Albon. Essentially, I was trying to get to George Russell, and I couldn't do that. But this is after the pit stops. Now we're fighting Valtteri Bottas for P7. In the DRS straight, he goes defensive, but we decided to go to the outside of Valtteri. And we take it around the outside, and we pass him for 6th place, and we stayed in 6th for a while. And on the last lap, we finished 6th, ran out of fuel, and that's why we were able to finish 6th. Out of the race, I ended up getting an aerodynamic quality control. I spent $4 million on that, and I had $700,000 left, so I just spent it on like perks and whatnot. On the R&D, I got an aerodynamic upgrade for the drag reduction, which was the side pod profile. I felt like I needed that quite a bit. And then on the standing side of things, a lot of change, because since both Red Bulls had DNF, those being Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, a lot of change in the championship. So now Carlos Sainz is second. He's tied with Max, but he's second now. Charles Leclerc leads by essentially 6 races over the two. He's on route to win a championship. Max is, like I said, third, Sainz second. Hamilton 4th, Perez 5th, George Russell 6th, we're in 7th. Valtteri Bottas in 8th, Lando Norris in 9th, Daniel Ricciardo in 10th, Kevin Magnussen 11th, Fernando Alonso 12th, and Mick Schumacher 13th, and here shortly it'll go down. But on the constructor side, Ferrari is actually leading over Red Bull by quite a bit now. Mercedes is 3rd, McLaren in 4th, we're still 5th. Alfa Romeo actually passed Haas for 6th, so they're 6th now. Haas 7th, Alpine 8th, AlphaTauri 9th, Aston Martin 10th, and Williams still down in 11th. And just one quick thing before I end this video here. I just want to let you all know that I'm actually going to be taking a break from recording any videos on F1 22, mainly, specifically on OBS, mainly due to the fact that I just can't continue to record videos and have issues be out of my control and out of my hands, and I'm not going to sit here and have that continuously happen to me. So hope you guys understand that. There will be a break until I can figure out a solution to the OBS problem. Maybe we'll be back to recording F1 22, but this whole thing with OBS is pissing me off, because It's not like I didn't record the whole race. I recorded the whole time, but when I went to go stop recording, it just got stuck on the stopping, or on stopping record, on that stopping record thing. So it did that back in Belgium, and it did it here. So gotta take a break from it. I hope you guys understand it, and yeah, we'll be back with some F1 22, hopefully in the near future. But I want to thank you guys all so much for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe for more. Again, sorry that this happened, but there will be NASCAR 7 content more than F1 content, just to let everyone know. But thank you guys all so much. My name is Christopher. I'm out. Chris, peace out, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Love you guys, and goodbye.